Hey guys, welcome back to another Mail Out Monday video where I just give you some insights into what is selling for me online this week. My name is Crystal and I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, ThredUp, and The RealReal. And if you are brand new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. I appreciate you coming back and spending some time with me. I do these videos every single Monday, so if you're interested in that, consider subscribing. If you like these videos, consider giving it a thumbs up, and let's get into what sold. So actually, we're not going to get into it just yet. First, I want to address this hat. Like, look at this. It says hot mess, just doing my best. That's like literally the motto of my life. So this hat, my friend Michelle bought me. I don't know if you can see, but it's got, yeah, you can't see. It's got these zigzags in the back so you can put your ponytail at like 4 different heights. And like, why haven't we been making hats like this forever? Like, it is, I love it. Look at it. It's so cute. Also, I have this little bat clip right here. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. This I just added on today because me and my friends had a little Halloween thing. I know it's a little early, but they really are into Halloween, and so we did that. So I've got this on my hat, and I'm like fully in love with this thing. So I just had to address that because that's who I am. All right, let's get into why you guys are here. So this week, I actually decided to choose 10 items that sold this week because I couldn't choose. So I chose 10. We have items from Poshmark, eBay, and ThredUp this week. So 3 different platforms, and we're just gonna go over it. I'm gonna tell you what it sold for, if I can remember how long I've had it. A lot of times that just looks like me being like, I had it forever, or like it just sold very quickly. I don't do exact amount of time because I'm lazy to look it up, honestly. And then I'll try and I'll give you my highest sale, I'll give you my lowest sale of the week, and then everything that I thought was interesting in between. And part of the reason that I do these videos is because this is how I learned how to do what I do right now. And I'm full-time, so this is how I pay my bills. And if that's why you're here, if you're here to learn, then I think that it's important to know how long something sat, how much it sold for, and even what platform it sold on, because not everything sells on every platform. So if you're only selling on one platform, then maybe you're just really like, your ears are perked up to what's selling on that platform that you're selling on. So also, if you sell on Poshmark, Poshfest was this weekend. Did anybody go? Did anybody go besides me? You definitely saw my name in the comments. I was at both of the morning time. I didn't buy a ticket, so I didn't go to any of the breakout sessions, which like I didn't fully understand that you had to buy a ticket to go on the breakout sessions. Like I was very confused about everything that was happening. I know a lot of people had a hard time getting into the breakout sessions. I did see that a lot. So very interesting, but I'm actually kind of excited about some of the stuff that's coming up. So I think the thing that I'm most excited about is bulk shipping. Like, to be able to print out all of your labels, just like you can do on eBay, to be able to open up the app and print out all of your labels for everything that's sold on Poshmark is going to save me so much time. So that's probably the thing I'm the most excited for. And then obviously international shipping, like, yes, please. So those are the 2 things that I'm really pumped about. If you watched any of Poshfest at all, tell me what your favorite thing that's coming out is, or your favorite part of Poshfest this year. It was a little different than it normally is. This is my first time attending, so I don't know how it is in person, but I actually really liked the virtual. I got to meet a lot of new people. I was definitely following people on Instagram through the comments and saying hey and all of that. So let me know if you went, if you liked it, if you didn't go for any particular reason. Like, I'm curious, so hit up the comment section. All right, I'm gonna stop chit-chatting now that we're in 5 minutes and we're just gonna get right into it. So let's start with, first thing that I'm gonna talk about is something that you guys saw in a haul, and I even put it up on the haul because it had sold before I even uploaded the haul. So I think 2 or 3 days, because I did film the haul a little bit in advance and then I listed it and it sold. And I was thinking that even in the haul video I said this will sit for me for a little while, and it didn't. It sold within the week, so I was very excited about that. It's this Joie silk like pop over career style blouse. It's pink, very simple. Joie usually sits for me, but I mean it always sells for a decent amount of money, but this one sold very quickly for $30. So I was very, very happy with that, because I definitely had in my head that I was going to be sitting on it for a long time. So next is my, we'll save that one. Okay, next is I got these dog jackets. They're like plaid. I have a bunch of them for my own dogs. I sold a ton of them last year. So I've made my money back on this like tenfold. So I bought a bag full of them. Like, this is when we had those fill a bag like dig stores. They're all out of business now or moved on or whatever, but when we had them around here, they were doing fill a garbage bag for $5, and so I filled a garbage bag full of dog jackets. And the picture that I'm going to put up here is actually one of my friends. She bought 4 of them from me because she had 4 dogs, and the picture that I use as the photo on my listing is of her 2 dogs, because she does have a big dog and a small dog, so it showed both sizes, and she did a great job with the picture. So super cute. That sold for $10. So I've had it obviously for over a year, but I have had a ton of them and I've sold through most of them. I have one left, and it is a size large, so if you're interested in it, let me know. But yeah, those were a good buy. Like, I've made my money back and like then some from last year, so I don't mind sitting on them, honestly, because I've already made my money back. So next, okay, I'm gonna do 2 at the same time because I picked these up at the same time and I thought they were the same size because they're both Lane Bryant and they were both boots. So I thought, oh, somebody donated all their boots, you know, Lane Bryant boots or whatever, but they were 2 completely different sizes, so that was very interesting. But I bought both of them and they both sold this week, and I think I picked them up the beginning of, I think I picked them up Monday, honestly, so not long at all on those. The first one was a pair of knee-high boots, and those were a size 9, and they were wide calf. So Lane Bryant is obviously a plus size store, so a lot of times you see wide calf in their shoes, in their boots or whatever, because plus size women like myself often have thicker calves, and we can't fit our calves into boots that are made for normal size people. So I don't want to say, no, I shouldn't say normal size, because every size is normal because it's your size. So let's just put that out there. But the thicker your calf is, obviously the more circumference that you need around for a wider calf. So, and it is very hard, I'm speaking from experience, to find boots that fit over your calf. I've had to buy boots that are 2 sizes too big for me just to fit them on my calves. So anytime I find a wide calf, I always pick it up, because I personally know how hard it is to find cute shoes that fit properly. So those sold for, the knee-high ones sold for $30, and that sold on eBay. Then I picked up this pair of, they were a size 12 wide, which is a larger size. I don't see a size 12 a lot in women, so that was interesting to me. They were heeled, and they were like, I think they were leather or like faux leather, and they were thigh high, and they had like a elastic band around the thigh that you could like tighten it up so that it would stay up. They were very cute, but I don't see a lot of thigh high boots, so those were interesting. And those sold on Poshmark. No, those sold on eBay for $28. So both of those picked up Monday and sold by the end of the week, so I'm very happy with that. Okay, next, let's go into the lowest sale of the week, which was this orange long sleeve men's polo by Ralph Lauren. Just a regular, it had nothing on it. It was no graphic or anything. It was just a straight orange long sleeve shirt. Sold for $8 on eBay. happy to see it go. I haven't had it that long, but it also wasn't like a quick flip. I would say probably in that 3 to 4 month range, which is where I like to keep my stuff, honestly. Like anything over 4 months, I feel like I'm tired of seeing it by then, and I would really like to move it, but I haven't had that super long. Next thing, pair of Spanx. I have had this for a couple months. I bought this pair of Spanx when I bought all of those Lissy pants as well from a friend of a friend. So I think I've had those maybe 2 months. So not super long on those either. $40 for those. I was very happy with that. I had them listed for $50. I got a $40 offer, which is super reasonable. And I went ahead and accepted that. And that was also on eBay. Yes, I didn't write it down, so I'm like trying to do it from memory on whether or not it's eBay or Poshmark, but that was on eBay, I'm pretty sure. Now we're moving into Poshmark sales. This pair of Steve Madden Troupa, Troupa, I think? Maybe just one P. I don't know. But this was a 2.0. So I've sold the regular Troupa combat boots, and I've sold them multiple times. It's one of the only Steve Madden shoes that do well for me consistently. So I always pick them up, and these were no different. These sold in less than 24 hours for $30 on Poshmark, and I also picked those up, I think, the same day. It was either this week or last week, so I haven't had those super long either. I listed them this week, though, so hopefully I picked them up this week and they weren't sitting from last week. I don't think that's the case, but who knows? You never know. Anyway, that was a good find. Next is my second to highest sale, but there actually is a sale higher than this, believe it or not. This is a North Face zip up fur hooded jacket. It was in great condition. This was actually a donation to me. One of my friends gave this to me along with a Patagonia sweater that I sold a long time ago. And this one sat around for a little bit more. So actually, funny story about this. So this sold for $60 on Poshmark. So this sold on Monday morning. And I know this, I remember, because on Sunday night I was out with one of my friends and I got an offer for it, and they offered me $50. And I had the jacket listed at $90. And I asked her, she also sells, so we talk about this sometimes, and I was like, do you think I should take it? It was, you know, a free to me item. $50 is $50. Like, should I take it? Or, you know, because I had it listed at $90, should I counter offer? And we kind of went back and forth, and she was like, you know what, just take it. And I was like, yeah, I will. And when I went to go take it, I was like, you know what, I'm going to counter, because $90 is a very far jump from $50. So, I mean, it was almost a 50% off offer at that point. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to counter. I countered 65. And then I was like, you know that, like, sometimes when you like, but I could have had $50, you know, what if they decline? And sure enough, they declined. And I was like, oh man, I should have accepted. Like, you know, that would add $50. Like, now I don't have any money, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, this, like, craziness in my head. And then my friend was just like, well, if it, you know, if somebody offered one time, I'm sure somebody will offer again. And I was like, yeah, you're right, you know. And next day, somebody offered me $60 on Poshmark. And because I had already gone through that, I didn't even counter, I just accepted. And I sold it for $60. So I did end up making $10 more than I would have had I accepted that offer, but it was a close call. Like, I almost didn't sell it at all. So I don't know if you should learn from that, if I should learn from that. I mean, I don't know. Would I do it again? I probably, honestly, I don't know. So I have this thing, and I don't necessarily think it's a good trait that I have, but it is the thing that I have where, like, I'm almost offended by a 50% off offer, where I'm just like, no. But I never decline. I never decline an offer. I always counter. And sometimes, especially on eBay, that doesn't always work for me. And, like, I feel like I know it in my gut when I'm like, I'm going to counter, they're going to decline. I don't know why I do it. So I think that it depends on your situation. Like, if you need the money, just take the offer. Like, money is money. If you're making money on it, take the offer. But if it's an item that you know has value and you want to counter. So I know that that wasn't helpful at all, because I was like, I don't know, do whatever you want to do. But I feel like that's the beauty of reselling, is you can do whatever you want to do. So do whatever works for your business. Do not model your whole business after one person, because you are not that person. So take little tidbits from everybody and kind of piece together your own business model. And I think that that's what's going to work the best for everybody. So that's what I did. And yeah, so anyway, that was a little rant. Moving on. The next thing that sold were these pair of Tom's crushed velvet. They were called Ella. The Ella Chukka booty. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Anyway, when I picked them up, I was in love with them. Like, oh my gosh, they were so cute. Like crushed velvet. And they actually took longer than I thought they were going to take to sell, but they did finally sell. Again, probably 2 or 3 months. And they sold for $35, which I'm perfectly happy with. I had them listed for $45. I got an offer of $35. That's perfect. And I took it. And we already went over the Lane Bryant boots. And so now we're going to go to the highest sale of the week. And I don't know if you would count this as a highest sale, because it is actually a bundle. It's the only bundle that I've sold in, I don't know, a month. Like, I don't sell a lot of bundles. I know some people do. I don't know why. Maybe I just don't have things that are like the same size in my closet a lot, or I don't know. But I don't personally sell a whole lot of bundles. But this bundle was 2 pairs of Lululemon pants. I picked them up a couple weeks ago. And I think they were donated by the same person, because they were the exact same style of Lululemon pants, and they were the exact same size. So they were just in 2 different colors. One was olive green and one was black. And they sold, I had them listed for $58 a piece. And she offered me $75, and I was going to counter because it was a little bit lower than I wanted to take on them. But I was like, you know what? $75 is $75. I hadn't made a sale on Poshmark at all. That it was today. So I'm filming on Sunday, just an FYI, in case you're like, that shouldn't be in this Mail Out Mondays video, that should be in next Mail Out Mondays video. It is actually Sunday today. I am pre-recording for tomorrow, so you will see this on Monday, but today is Sunday. So anyway, I hadn't made a sale on Poshmark all day. $75 is $75. I did not pay that much for them, so I was happy to accept. And that was it for eBay and Poshmark. And then we're just going to go over the one ThredUp sale that I had this week, and then we're going to be done. So ThredUp is just starting to get through some of the boxes that I sent them. I sent this box over a month ago. I think it was the beginning of September that I sent this box in. Yeah. And so now we're in the beginning of October, so it's taken them a month, and I did pay for expedited shipping on it, and they did go through it very quickly once it actually got to the building, but it was the shipping process that took that long. So I did read somewhere that you can drop off your boxes at FedEx or UPS, somewhere other than the post office, and they get there faster. But I am kind of, I don't know, I'm lazy. I like to use the post office. It's what I know the best. And so I also, every time I do my ThredUp boxes, I just request a USPS pickup. So I just put it on my porch because they're heavier boxes. And my mail lady is amazing, and she just picks it up and it gets sent out. So I think I have to wait 2 more weeks than if I were to drop it off somewhere else. But for the convenience, I will do that. ThredUp is not part of my income that I count on right now. I do want to get it there, but right now it's not producing enough of my income for me to really be worried about how quickly they're going through it, if that makes sense at all. So anyway, it took them over a month, but they did go through it, I think, within 3 days once it got to the building. So the expedited shipping, I think, is worth it in my opinion. And this sale paid for the expedited shipping, and I also got the return, like, that's $10.99 if you want your items returned to you, the ones that they don't take. So I also did pay for that, which is a good thing because they did take 83% of my stuff, but they are sending some stuff back to me. So anyway, this was a Coldwater Creek silk blend cardigan. I have had this in my closet for 2 years. Like, I was so tired of looking at it. It was my old photo setup. Like, every time I looked at it, I was just like, oh God, I hate this thing. But I couldn't bring myself to donate it. And when I finally started doing ThredUp, I was like, I'm just going to throw it in there and see if they take it. They did take it. They priced it at $70.99, which is what it sold for. It sold as soon as the box went live. It was the first thing that sold out of that box. And I made $30.25. I had that thing listed in my closet for $10 and nobody wanted it for $10. And I sent it to ThredUp, and in less than 24 hours, somebody paid $70. Like, what? I don't understand. But I am super happy about that because I was getting ready to throw that in the trash, and then I wouldn't have had $30. So anyway, that is all that has sold this week. It has been a good week. I don't know why, like, some of the days I was just like, oh, this week hasn't really been that good. And I think it, like, I felt like it wasn't that good, but then when I sat down today to do this video, and I do write out every day, like, the total for the day so that I can visually see it, because sometimes like today, for instance, I sold 2 things as soon as I woke up this morning, and then by the end of the day at like 7 o'clock, I was like, wow, I haven't sold anything today. It's because I forgot about those 2 things. So they still sold today, and I just forgot about them. So I write everything down so that I can look at it and be like, okay, today wasn't a bad day. You're just thinking it was because you haven't sold anything in a couple of hours. Like, that's where we are now. So anyway, this week has been the best week financially since I've been full-time, which is really encouraging because we are going into the first full week of October this week, and I'm excited. Like, I'm hoping to keep the momentum. I just got a bunch of donations from my friends, so I'm working through those. I have another, oh, I got offered a job, y'all. Hold on. Okay. I quit my full-time job almost a month ago. We're going into week 4. So at the end of this week, it'll be about a month that I have been full-time. I store my inventory at a storage unit. I am there almost every day at this point. The lady at the front desk, I joke with her all the time like she's my coworker. Well, the other day she asked me if I was looking for part-time work because they're looking for somebody, and I'm there every day. So I thought that was kind of funny. I declined, obviously, because I haven't been full-time long enough for me to be willing to give it up just yet. And financially, I don't need to right now. So, but it is kind of cool to know that that's on the back burner if I needed to step into that for any reason. If reselling wasn't going so well for me for whatever reason, I could jump into that and do it super part-time, she said. So that's interesting. But I just thought it was funny that, like, I'm not looking for a job and I got offered a job. Like, that's hilarious. And I was spending a lot of time there. Anyway, so we got to talking after she offered me a job, and she was asking me what I do, and she came in and looked at my storage unit, and she was like, wow, it looks like a store in here. Will you take some stuff if I bring it in? And I was like, yes, absolutely. Like, I will always gladly take donations. Even if it's not stuff I can sell, I can bring it to the thrift store and I get a coupon for that, and that helps my business too. And so either way, like, I'm happy to be your Goodwill service. Like, so moral of the story is, if you get the chance, tell people what you do. You'd be surprised that people are willing to help you, or they just want to get rid of stuff, and that benefits you as well. So so she's gonna have a bunch of stuff coming, I think this week or next week. So I'm gonna have a bunch of donations to process through, which is amazing because I am struggling to keep up with getting as much as I need from the thrift stores when I go. The bins is over just about an hour from me, and I'm trying to source only there at this point, and it's hard to, I try to go just once a week because it's so far, and obviously like that's not happening right now. Like I went twice or 3 times last week because I had to, because I didn't have enough inventory to list. So I know that that's not a common problem in the reselling community. I know a bunch of people have death piles or money piles or whatever you call them, piles of backlogged inventory. I do not have that. I did stock up a little bit before I went full-time because I knew I was going full-time and I wanted to be ready. So, but I have run out of that inventory, and now I am kind of flying by the seat of my pants, and it's like day by day, whatever I get, I'm listing, and then I'm going back out and getting more. So I don't like to work like that, because I like to have consistently, like, I'm listing 10 or 15 or 20 or whatever amount of items that I'm listing. I like to do that every single day. And obviously that's not happening if I don't have the inventory to do so. So I am super excited about the donations that are coming in this week and next week. And then hopefully we will get some backlog of inventory by going to the bins. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So I will have a thrift haul coming out this week sometime. I might film it right after this if I'm not too tired. It is like 10:30 at night, so I don't know. But anyway, look out for the thrift haul this week. You guys seem to be enjoying them, so I'll continue to do them until somebody tells me they don't want to see it anymore. Actually, it's probably going to need to be more than one person to tell me that they don't want to see it for me to stop doing it. But they're performing really well. YouTube gives me all of my analytics, and it shows that the thrift haul videos are at the top of the list for what people are watching. So I'm going to continue to do them until people stop watching. So that is all I have for you guys this week. Stay tuned for that video. If you don't want to miss it, go ahead and make sure that that bell notification is on so that you don't miss anything. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me every Monday. I am here at, I was going to say the same time, but that's not even true. Like, who knows when I upload the videos, but I am here every single Monday. So I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.